Alright y'all, so I saw this story and I had to talk about it. And I figured we would just get a laugh. We get a kick out of this story. It's ridiculous.
They gon' call me firecracker when I pop off. They guard is what I'm having, all these bitches caught off. I'm a real bitch.
So the title is exactly what the story is. Like literally during a live stream, he was live streaming his sermon or whatever. Gunmen came in there and took just robbed his shit. Apparently, he had on, I don't know if it was between him and his wife. Either way, the jewelry on him or both of their asses amounted to $1 million. I saw somewhere that he had on $400,000 or some shit. Like either way, $1 million. They got off with $1 million worth of fucking jewelry. Now, there's so many things that I want to say, right? And I'm sure that you know that. But we have to just talk about this. Look at this. So this is him just showing off his fucking Rolls-Royce, riding around his fucking Rolls-Royce, right? Now, just keep in mind that this is where his church apparently is. Apparently, if I don't have this shit wrong. So this is where his church is. He's riding around in a fucking Rolls-Royce, and they robbed his ass. What's more is that, okay, I'm gonna talk about all the facts, then we can get to it. This is the lawsuit that he's apparently facing. And this comes from City NYC or some shit like that. Lamor Whitehead, the bishop at Leaders of Tomorrow International Churches in Canarsie, is accused of convincing 56-year-old Pauline Anderson to invest nearly her entire life savings in one of his firms, with the promise that he could help her buy a house despite her bad credit history. The court papers say Anderson wrote Whitehead a $90,000. Girl. just dumb shit all around. Anderson wrote Whitehead a $90,000 cashier's check in November 2020 and relied on him to give her $100 monthly allowance to pay for her living expenses, according to the lawsuit. After months went by in early 2021 without the monthly payments or progress on the home purchase, Whitehead allegedly told Anderson that he was treating her investment as a donation to his then campaign for Brooklyn Borough President. He said he had no obligation to pay it back. Whitehead, who shared a close relationship with Mayor Eric Adams, this article is so shady, when Adams served as Brooklyn Borough President, didn't respond to a message left with his church on Wednesday. He has in the past served time in state prison following convictions for identity fraud and grand larceny, which I will talk about a little bit later. Of course, he's doing what we expected in his response. He says, her son was a member of my ministry who was removed because he was unintegral. It's a lawsuit because of who I am. Everybody that tried to sue me because of my celebrity status is just gonna keep trying. It's just gonna keep going and trying to do what they do. Anderson, though, is not the first person to accuse him of defrauding them of significant sums of money. In 2016, the New York Post reported that Whitehead still owed money to some conductor for $260,000. It was an unpaid personal loan, I guess. So this next one real quick, I'm not gonna really read it like that, but it was an article from 2006 that said Lamor Whitehead, 27, of New Jersey, was busted. This is coming from Suffolk Detective Sergeant Stephen Jensen. They charged him with 10 counts of identity theft for allegedly targeting 5 victims in Suffolk County for a total of $250,000. But police were talking about he might have swindled like $500,000 for people taking their identities and shit. So what more is there to say? Like, what more is there to say? What more is there? Like, churches, given my disdain for religion and bullshit, all that shit aside, like, you know, I think that shit is crazy and stupid, but it is what it is. It has a hold on the world, right? So my views on religion aside, I think that the churches are going to, I don't know, you're gonna have to come to terms with the fact that y'all are sucking coin out the community. A lot of churches, obviously not all churches, but like a lot of churches suck coin out the community. This is where your church is. This is where your church is, and you're rolling around in a fucking Rolls-Royce. You're wearing $1 million worth. Y'all have $1 million worth of fucking jewelry in the church, and y'all fucking congregation taking a bus to fucking church. Y'all congregation can't even, and that's why I saw some people were pissed about what I said about Kim Burrell. Bitch, she don't give a fuck about y'all ass. They are rolling around in nice cars, riding up to this church, spitting on y'all, and then y'all are literally putting more coin in their pockets every time the offering plate come around. And in some of these churches, they don't stop the offering until they feel like they got enough coin from the community. And the thing is, the coin don't, a lot of times, not all churches, for y'all get my comments, a lot of times that coin is not redistributed back in the community. It's distributed in this man's Rolls-Royce. It's distributed in these preachers' fucking houses, $1 million fucking houses. And you know, the way that our money is used in this country is, you know, the way that this government uses our money is definitely cause for concern, right? But regardless, these churches are not taxed. So we can talk about what America does with our coin, but beyond that, the money that's going into these churches don't even have the chance to get redistributed in the community, because this shit not taxed. Bitch ain't paying for no paved roads, ain't paying for no firefighters, ain't paying for no fucking schools. Bitches ain't doing shit. The only thing that these churches do, like I said before, is have a building fund for a building that don't never get fucking built. That's all these bitches do. So you want me to feel bad because some people came in there. Ain't no telling how many people. You talking about you got a track record from way past 2006. Ain't no telling how many identities this motherfucker stole. Ain't no telling how much money this motherfucker stole from people. Ain't no telling. But even if they were not one of your victims, they still are one of your. If they're in the community, they're a victim of your ass. Ain't no way you come into church wearing millions of dollars or $1 million in fucking jewelry and these bitches can't eat. Ain't no food, ain't bitches, inflation, ain't no gas. Ain't, like, are you serious? So that's like I said, a lot of my issues with religion come from its premise, of course. But also, it comes from the fact that these leaders know what they're doing. You are, like I said, religion a lot of times plays on people's fears of dying. Where am I going when I die? I don't know what's going on. I'm just a human being. When I close my eyes, where the fuck do I go? I'm scared to go to hell. That's it. I'm scared to burn up. That's it. And they use that fear, the eternal fear, you know, and siphon money out these bitches. Emotionally abused bitch. I'm telling you. The place for where a lot of these abusers go to manipulate women is fucking church. These men, church. Take your coin, take your fucking mind. Like literally, imagine a being scanning. Like imagine a being scanning your mind for sin, scanning your thoughts. Colonization of the mind. You convince these people that there is eternal suffering waiting for them on the other side of shit, and you take their money. And that's what these bitches do in the middle of communities that often are underrepresented, not privileged, are struggling with certain issues, and you capitalize off of that shit. And then they said not no more. I don't feel bad. I don't feel sorry. Especially no violence really happened. I mean, you got your ass on the ground, but I don't feel bad. Y'all got to stop fucking with people. Y'all got to stop fucking over the same communities that you claim to give a fuck about. And you don't think people gonna put two and two together? They see y'all walking around flossing and flexing, and they ain't got shit? You preaching prosperity, but you the only one prosperous? Fuck out my face. Stop playing stupid games, and you won't win a stupid prize. That's it. On that note, love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching. And make sure that you, unlike this fucking bishop, has a good goddamn evening.
Can you fuck me in your all black Mercedes? You can take my soul, just let me be first lady.